Hey guys, welcome back to the Ride Right Waxing channel. We are on an awesome set of ski blades. Haha, check these bad boys out. Need a little bit of love. Pretty dry. I think these have been purchased for purely and simply fun, and I'm not quite sure on the background of this. Now, let me just grab a ski board. Now, this one here is a ski board, not to be, I suppose, mixed up with a ski blade. So ski board is slightly wider, as you can see just here, and a ski blade is a little bit more narrow, especially in the center section. So ski board, ski blade, okay? And like I say, these are awesome set of ski blades. In really good condition, to be fair. Top coat is like brand new, which is awesome. The rails are relatively rusty, which I'll pop you in my hand and have a bit more of a detailed look at these in a second. But we're going to elastic band all these off. Now, the customer did have a concern regarding the bindings being loose. Now, when you put the boot in, this stiffens up and locks in, and obviously gives you the tension that you need. The reason for the loose is so simply you can crank the handle and you can adjust these accordingly. Now, these are color coded on the System Pro, both front and back. And how you would distinguish that is you have a marking just on the center there on the ski, and in every center of a ski boot, so just underneath between the nose and the heel of that ski boot, there'll be a very fine line, and that line's got to line up with that line just there, and you would adjust the bindings accordingly, both front and rear, to fit your boot comfortably. Normally matching up the colours, so IMNO, which would be black, and the same with the rear, with the marker, which is just there. So with the M and the M, and away you go. So you sit it on the back, and then you'll adjust the back just to make sure that you get it dialed in and it fits perfectly well. Let's pop them in the hands. Let's have a bit of detailed look at these awesome ski blades. So here they are, Big Easy 94 head skis. Awesome. Really nice. 3.5 inches wide, 94 obviously long. Your DIN settings, we've checked those all out. So 6 and 6 batches on the front, and just in the back here we've got 6 and 6. And obviously, as we said, this is the adjustment handle just here. You flip that out, and then you can adjust accordingly. And then basically that is that center mark, which is just there. And then we use this arrow mark, which is just there, to line up with the colours. So that's where you'd adjust this just onto the M and the P, for argument's sake. So if you're on the front setting on black, which is just there, you then adjust that to fit the boot so it fits nice and tightly into those Trioli ski bindings. Yeah, like I say, just a very nice binding. How you adjust that, you've got the handle there that flips back in. That's now locked. But you will always get a little bit of movement on these, as you can see, just there. But that's no different on these Atomics. But once the boot itself is in, then obviously the pressure's on. Now, you adjust these Atomic ones by sliding this one here, but that obviously has numbers and matches up to the rear as well. And there is a center mark on this ski, which is just there. So there we go. It is quite straightforward. But anyway, from ski boards to ski blades, let's flip these bad boys over. Now, the side rails, as you can see, need some love. If I just zoom in a little bit, these are pretty rusty. So it'd be great to see the before and after. Now, we've got a little mark here on the ski, so you can see that I'm showing you the same ski. I won't detail that mark, and we'll have a look in a minute and see how these rails look. The base of the ski is relatively dry, so we need to get some wax in there. There's some furry bits and some high bits. The base rails aren't too bad. I'd rather a rusty side rail than I would a base rail, because that is obviously the angle then you've got to get right for the bottom of the ski. And if we flip this one over, this is very much the same. That is dull. That is not the light. That is how dull and grey they are, as you can see here. I can scratch the ski, and that's obviously just taking off some of that top coat dirt and fluffiness. And the side rails again on this one are pretty bad. But like we do on the channel here, we're going to stick some tunes on. We're going to get on and detail these skis so they're ready to fly, and you are going to have some awesome fun. They are amazing. These would be amazing. If you really want to have some fun on the mountain, get yourself some ski blades or some ski boards. You'll have the time of your life. Let's crack on. There we are, there's that marking on the ski, and there's that rail. Great shine all the way down that ski, and that's done on both sides. We've got great sharpness, that's gently pushing, you can't really see with the light, but that's a fair chunk of nail that come off there, and yeah, great sound. So there we go, one edge. Just got the other one to do, but we're going to finish this ski off first and get in the base. We're going to clean all the binding up, get all the metal filings out, make sure that doesn't affect any of the mechanism, and we're going to crack on. So stay tuned, guys. Boom. Ski 1 is all done, and we're now on to ski 2. We put a fair bit of P-Tex just in the base, just because of some deep gouges, and we want to make sure the thing's absolutely mint. It's quite a hard base on this ski. When you base scrape it, my scrape has got to be extremely sharp to take any material off at all, and I've had to actually readjust the angle I've actually scraped the actual ski to give us a kind of like a better profile, which is quite interesting. A lot of ski bases you can actually sharpen this bad boy up and obviously just run it down kind of like, I suppose that's 90, that's 45, kind of 60-degree angle, and you'd scrape the ski obviously at the bottom like so, and you'd take a fair bit of material off. But this base is really hard. You've got to put quite a lot of pressure into to actually remove any material, so yeah, quite a bit of effort. But the good news is that other ski, the rails have come up lovely. On one of them there's quite a heavy rusty mark. I've done my best to clean up the ends, because this is the bit that kind of sits in the snow and gets wet when you stand them up and when you get home. And obviously when you're out skiing, you're on the rails, you kind of polish them up as and when you ride, but of an evening these don't get too much wear and tear, so the rust tends to collect on the tips and the tails. But we've got a very, very well used gummy stone, so I'm not destroying my good one, just to kind of get that rust off and to polish those tips and tails up. But we're going to work on this ski now, so just going to check the binding over, make sure everything's all okay, and what I will do is clean up the top coat and yeah, get working on these rails and on the base, and then we'll get on to stripping the wax off of both skis. So stay tuned, guys, a bit more music, and we'll see you in a bit. So there we go, guys. We have got one very sharp scraper. We've got the wax that's ready to come off. These skis are, like I say, this is what all the hard work goes into. The definition in that rail against the base is actually on point. We've got the rails that are lovely and sharp. We've done and tipped the ends. We've cleaned up around the nose. We've got plenty of wax in the base of that ski. We've done some P-Tex repair, and obviously we've base scraped it and it's completely flat. We've scrubbed and detailed these, and these things are, like I say, ready to be polished up with all the brushes, and we're going to make these things absolutely fly. So the family that are going to enjoy these skis are going to have a fantastic time. I have got a beer. It is the second evening, and we're going to get on and have an absolute blast, stick some tunes on and crack on with these skis. So stay tuned and let's have a look at what these things are going to look like in a few seconds. Let's go. Wow, I am so happy with these ski blades. Check the shine out on that. Look at that. That is phenomenal. We've got fantastic shine on these skis. They are so detailed. It is unbelievable. Awesome. Great definition there in the edge to the base. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Most probably not. Bring it back into the light. There we go. So pleased with these. These have come up fantastically well. Considering how they were, with those rails as rusty as they were, we've pulled these back. These things are ready to fly. They are so smooth. I reckon this has got to be the shiniest set of skis I have ever done. I cannot believe the shine doesn't do it justice on camera, but I could almost see the reflection of my face. Well, I can see the reflection of my face in them, which is unreal. I'm so happy with that. And the customers are going to have a great time on them, which is the most important thing ever. Guys, go across to my channel, hit subscribe, hit like, comment, share with your friends. Go across to Instagram. I'm going to put my Instagram name just up here somewhere, and obviously I'm on Facebook. You can follow me, Arrived Right Waxing, on Facebook if you want to go on there. If you want to leave a 5-star Google review, that'd be awesome, as well as obviously for all the customers that have obviously been on my channel, if they're watching this video and you've used me, I would really appreciate that, because obviously it's just like getting the name out there, which is just something I just love to do. This is something of mine that is a major passion, and hopefully you can tell that. But yeah, what awesome set of ski blades. I am so happy with that. There's going to be a video coming between ski boards, ski blades, and another set of skis, which is in the family of these short skis, but you will be blown away with what they look like. So I've got them just there. So stay tuned, and yeah, do subscribe for that. But guys, until next time, that's another set done in the Arrived Right Waxing workshop. But from the famous words from myself, we will see you soon.